Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're playing Out of Ore again today. We're upgrading the plant some more from the last episode. If you haven't seen it, you'll want to go back and check that out. Um, I'm not going to recap much of what happened in the previous video, but what I'm trying to do now is go ahead and get my power situated to where it's basically I'm going to do it underground so that I'm not driving through it. I think this is a little more realistic here. So trying to get this straightened up here. We'll need a few more power cables. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. Money is not an issue with this map. I did revert back to the beta version. To try some upgrades here, and not sure why I can't snap this on here. Probably because I didn't buy a power cable, probably. Probably because I didn't buy the right crap. Instead of a power cable, I bought a oh Lord. Yeah, I didn't buy a power cable. I bought a damn piece of equipment for. I wonder why it was $500. Didn't even question it. I just bought it. Oh Lord. We're going to get this set up here and like I said, we're just going to bury our cable. Just so we're not driving through it. Again, doesn't do any damage if you drive through it. Just your personal preference, what you can tolerate, I guess. Alright, it's going to let us glitch through that, which is nice. If you get stuck, you can always click on rescue me or drive a vehicle. You can click on you can teleport into a vehicle that you're wanting to drive. Also, the good thing the Draymite does not damage your equipment or your blocks. You can give yourself room to work. You're not going to get blown up like I'm standing in the. Talking about being realistic, and then I'm standing in the blast zone. I understand. So, if you've got the money, this is a lot easier than just trying to. Alright, so this will probably clip here at the end, right? Yes. So what we can do, again, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. There's a ways around it. And I, is. Run it over here. Then over there. So no clippage. And if you wanted to get real petty, I mean, you could count that as a little bit of clippage. So if you wanted to fix that even, should be able to move that here. And that's still clipping through the bottom, but I guess that looks a little more legit. Okay, so we're still trying to clean up from the last bit. And you know, the plant, the new production for the beta was not what I would like to call a huge success. Let's move some of this stuff down. Let's get us a bunch of dump decks here. I don't know how many. I probably don't want dump decks this wide. I probably want to only make them 2 wide, honestly, so that we're not dumping where we shouldn't be dumping. These probably should be floors, which I don't have a lot of. So I probably didn't need 40. We will use them eventually. Again, probably doesn't hurt to have them over this conveyor. That's not the end of the world. But probably shouldn't have them. This probably shouldn't be. And we're not going to want to intentionally dump on this. It will work. I've seen people do it, but I have not had any luck, guys. I haven't had any luck at all feeding directly into conveyors. I'm just going to be honest with you. Yeah, we could have bought a lot less of these, but that's okay. Alright. So. Let's see, how many floors do we have? We don't have a lot. We're going to want to queue up some floors. We can run up and do that. Let's make sure this is on. Alright, it's on and working, got power. Oh, we do need some more dump decks here. Let's go queue up some floors. I haven't finished up here yet. We still got a lot going on. I've got to support all this. Also, this system is not perfect. It's got all the new beta parts. Again, if you haven't seen it, you'll want to go back and watch the previous video for the Forest Hills map. Let me just stuck this stuff over here for now. We'll hold on to the railings. Let's queue up. We could buy some floors, but I'm going to just queue some up while we're messing around. So we've got 50 already made. Oh crap. Alright, so we can go ahead and queue up 50 more. Make it 100. We'll get those started. We should see if we got some barrels so we can queue up some water. Let's see if we got any barrels made. We do. I'm not going to build anything else for now. We still are working on our building here. Oops. Let's queue up 250 here. You don't have to take them out of your inventory for this either. I could have just left them in my inventory and queued them up that way. Would have been smarter. Alright, let's continue to work on this now that we got our power sorted out. We could also add some more lighting down here. Because I'm no longer going to dig this direction. We'll wall this off. I do hate to leave that pay dirt, so we may get a few more scoops. I don't even think I noticed this earlier. Maybe I did, maybe I missed it. Also, guys, in the last episode I talked about it, I changed my company name, and what that did was that completely reset my levels down to the it dropped my levels down. So you got to be careful doing that, because now I don't have access to off, just to round it off, which again you don't need to do. Probably just going to put we'll just block that off anyway. Let's use the rest of our floors down here on this end. Just so we can actually run some dirt through, some material. Also could steal some floors over here for now while we got more queued up. So I do like burying the power versus pretending that it's okay to drive through it. Alright. Let's go ahead and got a little bit of a problem here. I don't know if we'll get stuck or not. So I like the idea of burying the power better. I feel like it's a better option. We're starting to get into solid rock over here. We'll need to blast. Yeah, and I'm not sure if this is going to work dropping right on this conveyor. If you're too worried about it, you could just do hoppers all the way across. And I'm pretty sure we're losing material. Let's back off of this. Alright, so basically we're waiting on floors down here. We got them queued up, right? Let's head up here. We've got, so again, we got to support all of this. Good place to start right here is with some flats. We got to do it down there as well. Alright. And what we can do is bring this across. And once you get it underneath, like to get one on this side. There we go. I don't mind it being in the dirt a little bit. There we go. Wouldn't be upset with one farther up in here. There we go. Okay. So good there. We'll get these back. They're not doing anything. Technically throw one under here. And then we can bring this across. To go under here. We'll need more of these as well to finish this all off. Alright, let's go, let's grab some stuff here again. So this system is not perfect. As you can see, I'm getting a ton of dirt here which I can sell. But this gold ore and this silicon we can smelt. So what I want to do is I'm probably going to make smaller production lines here. And then kind of, this is going to be tailings that gets sold here. We are getting some bars over here, but we're also getting a raw aluminum, which we'll have to send other places. Over here we are getting some blooms and some beams. Stairs, just so I can watch I was watching the production. Over here we should be getting, well, you know what, now we got this, we can do this. So we were getting some steel sheets here, but again we're getting some random stuff. What I want to do is I want to break this down. I want to make some smaller plants, basically just a hopper, and I'm going to do it in between these two, and basically just do very small production lines based on individuals. So if you look, we got a thing that'll turn everything into bars, so that's not all you got to do is have all this melted, right? And I think the high temp smelter, it only melts these three: iron, aluminum, and silicon. The other one does the other stuff. So what we can do is, for example, let's go grab, I think we got a couple hoppers here, let's grab them. So let's grab a couple hoppers. We might need a couple more. One of the things I didn't do with this map, which I do recommend, is building in grid mode. at least for your first piece. So, did I not grab the hoppers? The whole reason I went down there? Oh my goodness. Again, why didn't you guys say something? You guys are letting me mess up here. Alright. So, we want the hoppers. Okay. Alright, so let's click on a hopper, wherever it is. And we're going to change this to grid mode. It'll just automatically do it in the grid mode, whatever. It's going to put it on a grid. So this is probably not going to be that long of a production chain. And I'm just going to hand feed this. So we will need power on the back of these. This will not have to be super big, whatever. You can just do a smaller one if you want even. So let's jack this on the back here. A little buried, but that's okay. Now, if we want to just do, we're going to do a small straight here. And then we're going to do a smelter just for copper, silver, platinum, lithium, or whatever. Let's do that. Just a regular one. All right, so we're going to do our thing. We're going to do our smelter. Can I give myself enough room? All right. And then we want a bar roller. All right, what's the bar roller? These are for steel, right? So we don't need those. The bar roller is just going to turn it into bars. So let's do a bar roller here. Then we're going to do a storage, which we already have. Okay. So this obviously will need powered, which I think I had some power over there I didn't grab. Let's check it. Again, money's not an issue, but I just like to use what I got first. So this is only 300. This is only going to be good for lights. These pylons aren't going to help us in this situation, I don't think. We could grab these just in case, because we're not going to need a lot of power. Even that 300 may work, I guess. Let's grab it, just in case. I guess we could have checked to see what our power needs were. This is not a very long production chain, so it's 412, so the 300 still doesn't work. So we need something over 450 or whatever. So we got a 500 solar. Let's drop that in. Still in grid mode. Let's swing this around. Just so this is close to the back. We might have cables over there as well. I didn't check that. So we'll snap that. Turn this on. Okay, it produces 500. We're only using 412. Now, this is smelting everything into bars. So, this is all coal, right? Yep, okay. So, if this is gold, silicon, right? It's not going to do anything with these two things. We need to sell these dirts probably. Not probably, we need to sell the dirts. Sell this asphalt as well. Okay. Now if we throw these into here, now the silicon might be, let's double check this here. The silicon might need to go through the high temp. Yeah, it's not going to do this one. The silicon's not going to do that. So let's just add the gold. And it is kind of slow because I didn't get the upgraded. And we're getting dirt. So it's creating dirt out of our gold ore. That's kind of weird, but look how fast we're getting our gold. It's kind of weird, like it's dirt's like a byproduct. Alright, so. Again, we're going to do grid mode as well. I'm going to back this one up just a hair. I don't know if this one's going to be longer or not. Alright, let's put us a little engine on the back of here. Again, it doesn't have to be the biggest. Okay. Now on this one, we'll need a high temp smelter, right? Trying to get steel products. We have a straight, we do not. Now this is the high temp smelter. If we just want to, again, we can just throw a bar roller on here and get bars. Just depends on what we want, right? So on this one, we're not worried about money. So we're going to do a bar roller and a storage. And this will just turn whatever we throw in there into bars on the high temp. So what's this one using? 412. So again, we can use another 500 solar. Now we can throw our silicon in here. This is going to give us silicon bars. Okay. Now that didn't give us any dirt, so a little different. So we can also put iron in there, get iron bars, whatever. Okay, now I need to start it over here. Let's do another hopper. We're going to go ahead, we know we need an engine. That's a little more buried than I like. Okay. All right, so on this one, we're going to do, let's get some more Dremite here. Let's use one of our ups. We got them anyway, right? Let's use one. Okay. So want to get another high temp smelter, right? Let's look at our production here. So a beam roller turns blooms into beams. A bloom roller. So this one needs to be on a regular. Oh, this is melted steel. This makes blooms. This turns blooms into beams. To me, that's only good for iron. This turns coils into sheets. Oh, we just looked at that one, right? Blooms into beams. So we want a bloom and a beam. We want a high temp smelter. Okay, so we want the high temp smelter. We want the blooms. And then the beams. Then we'll need storage. So this one, will turn everything into bars. This one should produce beams. We'll need power. Let's look at how much we need. 505. So we'll need something at least 600. So this doesn't work, right? This works. Again, we'll have to make all this nice and pretty. We might have some clippage on this. Let's change it. Let's get it. Put it on grid mode again. Get a power cable. Turn it on. Turn it on. Now we're going to put our iron in here, but we're not going to run it all. I'm just going to return it here. Again, it's turning some of that into dirt, which is kind of weird to me. So that iron goes right into steel, which is very nice. automatically gives us beams, which is good. Now, we already are getting some beams over here, some bars, I mean. We're getting some beams over here, and some blooms. And we're getting sheets over here, so I don't think I'm going to add a, what's the other? Coils into sheets, right? Coils into sheets. So we're already getting that. I'm not going to add a separate line for that one. You could just sell out the end of these. I'm not sure what we could do with those blooms at this point. These are our three separate lines, right? Is there anything over here? This is just our diamond moves, okay. So this is just our bar roller, right? I don't know which, I can't remember what this will do. I think aluminum is high powered, so I do feel like there's some waste because you're generating dirt, but there we go, that got all that. This is what? This is the high temp bar roller. That's just going to give us aluminum bars, right? Alright, so I need to, obviously this is a lot going on over here. Let's go grab our floors. Let's grab our stuff. Our production stuff, on work on this building a little bit. We'll grab what we got over here for it. We got some walls. We got a couple windows. And we got some ceilings. A little tight in here. 3 more walls, 4 more walls, plus, yeah, so let's do like, I'll take these. Let's do like 6 walls. Go ahead and cue up some ceilings while we're going and dropping these in. I probably want this back on snap build as well, just for this part. Alright, so it kind of makes this thing obsolete other than making barrels now. Because we can produce our beams and stuff and our sheets out there. We can't really produce rods anywhere else, I guess. But we probably only need one of these, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's go ahead and take our flooring down below. We'll grab it. We'll grab our floors. I don't think we did, right? I got sidetracked. Did we not have any more queued up? Did we already use the 100 we had queued? Oh my. I'm losing my mind. Or did we drop them in something? Because if you click on something, if you click on this on here, it'll jack it up. It'll move your stuff around. So I'm hoping I didn't drop 100 floors somewhere. They're right here. Okay, moving on. Let's go ahead and sell this for now. Let's just clear up some of this stuff. Should have dropped those beams over there in the production area as well. It's all good. Don't really have to put them here, as long as this is pretty level. Oh, we need actual blocks as well. quite a bit of blocks queued up. You may not need all of them to be floors. See the boxes moving across. This is what happens. I cleaned up a lot of it when you don't put a storage container on the back of a asphalt plant, and then you test it out, and you go find a big mountain of asphalt. Oh, real quick while we're doing this, let's change this. Oh, let's change this one to 50 of these. We're gonna need more. We're gonna need more gravel through this plant over here. That's our facility producing gravel right now. One window, 3 walls. 6 ceilings. Let's do 1 window. Let's see if we got any gravel over here. We got a little bit. We got a little bit. Got to turn the gravel. Oh, we already got cement here as well. I keep forgetting it pulls it out of your inventory first. There we go. Also, we need to drop this stuff off. I keep forgetting to put this stuff. Oh, I don't know where we need these. Probably going to sell those. And I took our cement. I want to put some lights up as well. I think we need 2 more ceilings. I think we need 2 more ceilings. Guys, don't forget to make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit that like button. I do appreciate you. We're probably going to go ahead and call it there for the day. I do appreciate you again. Until next time, have fun digging that dirt. I'm out of here.